Hello, this is Scotty, and welcome to my tutorial for the Carnival Conquest as a review for the 2017-2018 year. Do enjoy. Starting off, the Conquest, which isn't the largest ship among the Carnival fleet, it's a little older, had quite a lot to offer, and I definitely do recommend it. It's one of the more affordable cruises as well. Embarkation was relatively smooth.
Next time, thank you.
Out towards the back, there was the Oasis class ship. There was Holland of America. We were surrounded by quite a few neighbors. A good tip that I like to recommend is what I call the secret decks. They're decks 9 and 10, if I remember correctly, for this ship. But if you go up there to the very front of the ship, to the bow, you have access right above the bridge where you can take some amazing video and photography. For myself, I advise getting, if you travel a lot, interior rooms work well. I decided to do a ocean view for this cruise. The suites in this ship are really nice as well. It's really up to your preference. Generally speaking, you're not in the room that much anyway, so it's completely up to you. The great thing, as I mentioned before, of Conquest is there's a lot to do. Tons of activities. There's the art auctions that go on. There's the fun shops. There's always raffles. There's plenty to do during the day. There's also trivia, which they host here in the Vincent Lounge. I strongly recommend that if you like trivia. It's a lot of fun, and they do those during most sea days. There's also the nightclub. Nightclub was a little underwhelming, to be honest, but it was still fun. And then one of my favorites was at the actual theater. Great entertainment. The theater is actually based around the Moulin Rouge. They're nightly productions, and even though it's not a bigger ship, they definitely keep up with the entertainment. There's a different show every night, and that was a lot of fun. So I definitely recommend the entertainment on this ship. Giving an overview of the vessel, we're starting off towards the aft section. This is near the Monet Restaurant. And the Monet Restaurant, so you know, is the restaurant where you have your set dining times. Renoir is where you have anytime dining. That's towards the very middle of the ship. Just going to take you around the restaurant, show you guys around. Very spacious. I recommend a seat, especially if you do one of the sea day brunches. If you have an option of where to sit, is towards the back. Great views of the ocean, great aft views. Next, there's the Renoir Restaurant, and this is towards the very middle of the ship. And typically speaking, if you're on the 4th deck, you usually cannot cut through the restaurant. You're usually advised to kind of go around. So the best deck, if you want to canvas the ship, is going to be deck 5, the promenade. If you want to go straight across. Otherwise, you have to kind of go up or under a level to get through the restaurant. Here's the Painter's Library. There's fun games and different things here as well. They have crossword puzzles here in the morning and different activities and groups as well. It's Painter's Library. This is the Degas Lounge. This is where they have the comedy shows at night. And this is right above the Monet restaurant. And it's a lot of fun as well. They have all sorts of comedic acts here at night. One of the things I'm not sure I had caught on film was the Blues Lounge. I definitely recommend the piano bar on this cruise. It's one of the better piano bars I've actually been to, so I highly recommend it. And this is deck 5. So one deck above the restaurants. Great coffee shop there on the left. Here we have the casino, there on the left-hand side. There's ample room there in the evening. Sometimes there's entertainment right outside the casino area as well, just to take note. Up ahead, there's a sports bar, which I'll show you. And, of course, cherry on top, which is a must. There's lots of great treats in there too. If there's someone special, they have champagne in there. There's really great things. They can customize a lot for you as well. These are some of the other fun shops. This is great for merchandise. If there's jewelry you want to get, highly advise that you get it while you're on board. And if you're curious about prices, always take pictures while you're on shore. A lot of times they're willing to match the price if you find a better deal elsewhere. So always remember that. Take pictures anytime you find certified brands on shore. A lot of times they can price match depending on the items. So you're always in a win-win situation. As you've probably noticed by now, art plays a major role with the design theme of the Conquest, and you wouldn't be wrong. You'll find it all over the ship, and many of the main themes pay homage to the great artists of the past. Here's a peek inside some more of the fun shops. Again, if you see something you like, I'd suggest you buy it. Really great deals. Plus, it's duty free. Up ahead is the sports bar. If there's a game that you were afraid you're going to miss while you're out in the ocean, have no fear, just stop into the sports bar. There's food and drink inside. It's a pretty good time, and it's much more spacious than it looks when you actually go inside. Up next are some of the kids club and teen areas. And here's a quick peek inside. And right now there's not much going on, but during the evening time, this club picks up a little bit. It also depends on, how many youngsters are cruising. So if you have kids, I'd advise bringing something for them to do. I think most kids nowadays are on social media and stuff like that, so as long as they have their iPad and stuff like that, I think they'd be fine. Here's the Circle C. This is specific for specific age ranges. This is another kids club or youth club aboard the ship as well. And this one is ages 12 through 14. It gives them computers and access to different things as well. Over here, right below this balcony, is for the younger children. They have a little play area here. You can leave your kids at while you parents enjoy the ship. So they have plenty of amenities for all ages. Coming up is one of my favorite areas for grown-ups aboard the ship. Great area for dancing. It's kind of around this little alleyway here. There's a gallery. They have different events and little parties in there throughout the cruise. But down the hall is Alfred's Lounge, which is a nice little hidden gem. And it's sometimes a little difficult to find. A lot of people don't find it till the third day in on the cruise because it's kind of tucked away. It's like right in the middle. I definitely recommend finding it. And this is just a basic overview of the area, but at night they have some of the best Latin dancing and salsa there as well. They have a live band that comes out. It's a lot of fun. So the atmosphere completely changes at night. It gets really lively. It's also the best place if you want a more secluded bar. If you go during the evenings before a crowd comes, it's a great place just to unwind and have a drink and have some quiet time as well. I found a few people reading in here during the day as well. But to cut ahead, what I'll do is I'll show you what this space actually looks like at night, just to show what it looks like when it gets more lively. Here's an area where you can buy all sorts of gear in case you forgot anything. It's also the area where you go to select your photo packages as well. They sell snorkeling gear, all sorts of masks, different things like that for underwater. And the prices are pretty reasonable too for a lot of the items they have here. They sell GoPros even, all sorts of electronics for capturing memories throughout the cruise. I always advise shopping at Walmart before you go for the best deals as far as your snorkeling gear and all of that. But the picture packages are pretty reasonable. Here's the outside swimming pool area. I was kind of underwhelmed by this. I'm used to Carnival Magic, some of the bigger ships, the Oasis class ships as well with the more fancy slides, but it actually was pretty fun. This is the Serenity Area, so the Serenity area on this ship covers 2 decks. It's this and the one below. I definitely recommend hitting this up if you go there early during a port day. You have the area almost all to yourself, and it's absolutely beautiful to watch yourself sail from an island from up here. It's great scenery. Over here are some of the most fun bars on the ship. There's the Red Frog Rum Bar. And over here to the left is the Blue Iguana Tequila Bar. So both are good. Both are a lot of fun. I like that the Lido Deck down there, it doesn't get as crowded as on other cruise ships I've been on. So whether you're watching a movie out there during the nighttime, it's pretty comfortable. It never gets too crowded, and I like the stadium seating they have there as well. Up here, this is one deck below the jogging deck. It's a great area for sun lounging. I actually saw 3 shooting stars at night during this cruise. I came up here to relax and look at the stars, and you never know what you'll see, so it's pretty cool. So 3 of the shooting stars. It was pretty neat. There's a swimming pool down there on the Lido Deck, and it can be enclosed completely. It's just like really neat with the Conquest. Is even during a bad weather day at sea, you can still enjoy the swimming pool on the inside there. Everyone's favorite, food and beverage. And this will be a brief overview of the Lido Deck. A few different things available to you here. Great coffee bar. This is the Blue Iguana. Almost like a Chipotle at sea. It's pretty neat. That machine down there pumps out fresh tacos continually, so they put in dough, you get fresh tacos. This is during the breakfast portion. Very friendly staff. They're open for lunch and breakfast. They close usually after 2 or 3 o'clock. They also have a salsa bar, so you can kind of build your burrito. They have taco balls, tacos. It's all really, really good. This is the seafood shack. This is back towards the aft section of the Lido Deck. And this isn't included in your cruise fee, so this is a little extra. The prices aren't bad. And the food looked decent. This is Pizza Pirate. It's also towards the aft portion of the Lido Deck. And this is open 24 hours. So you can come and get pizza anytime. Now for vegan and vegetarian travelers, vegetarians, you have quite a few options. So it's a good ship for you. For vegans, I'd recommend maybe bringing a few, especially desserts. It's very difficult to find any dessert other than fruit available. And a lot of the items are cooked in butter, just to give you a heads up. So you want to make sure you request that everything is dairy and butter free if you're a vegan. Just be careful of that. This is a deli. The deli I was quite underwhelmed with. Everything looks good. The menu looks fantastic, but when you actually try some of the items, they were less than satisfactory, unfortunately. So I'd stick with the buffet over the deli, definitely. It's kind of just an overview of the breakfast, what the buffet looks like for breakfast. They do have soy milk, by the way, as well. You do have to request it, and they will bring it out. If you order room service in the mornings, they'll deliver it to you too. Just write on the little room service slip your choice of milk, and the only, I think, milk alternative right now is soy milk. A few breakfast items there. Up ahead is a Omelet Station. You can have omelets made to order every morning. Beautiful views while you eat. What most people come on the ship for is Guy's Burgers. It's essentially a Five Guys on the ocean, no pun intended. And they have the topping bar as well. You can load your burger up with whatever you want. Unlimited toppings. It's pretty crazy. And this is a lunch offering over at Blue Iguana again. And it reopens again for lunch, and they have a few different options. They also have tea time on the ship, usually during the last sea day. They'll do a tea time, which is quite fancy. Then, of course, there's swirls. The ice cream available throughout the ship 24 hours. This is our main dining area. I had a seat back in the Monet restaurant. It's towards the very aft portion of the ship. Right behind me you can see the ocean. And some of the festivities there you get to partake and enjoy. Great service staff. Everyone was super friendly. I definitely recommend it. Decent quality desserts. I want to give a quick shout out to our cruise director, Chloe. She was awesome. Here's the different ports of call we went to. There was Antigua. It's a smaller island. I would recommend for most island excursions to do the top 10 as far as the excursion lists go. It's probably the best thing to do for Antigua. The beaches are really nice as well. But I would definitely do the top 10. There's a really great place to eat called Roti King. Has rave reviews. And I always suggest keeping your eyes open, even while you're at sea in between ports of call. You never know what you'll see in the ocean. Got a great shot of a rainbow forming inside the sea. So it's arriving at St. Kitts. Up there next to the Celebrity cruise line. I believe that was that may have been the Equinox we were parked next to. It's another beautiful ship. For this, I also recommend doing one of the top 10 attractions type excursion. Get to see most of the island and some of the hot spots. And afterward, they usually always take you over to the beach as well. St. Kitts has beautiful views, lots to see, great food, great shopping as well. And then there's Puerto Rico. Absolutely exquisite island. This is Old San Juan. Beautiful beaches in Puerto Rico as well. You can walk most of Old San Juan during your stay there while you're at port. This is the fort. This is Grand Turk. Grand Turk is predominantly beaches. It's only 6 miles long and 1 mile wide at its widest point. So it's a very small island, and I definitely recommend hitting the beach while you're there. It's the main attraction, is the beautiful ocean and water. So bring your snorkeling gear and jump in. There are sea urchins on the island, so I'd advise you to be careful. The best area to go swimming is actually right at the port in front of the Margaritaville. It's been great having you with me. I appreciate you watching the video. Definitely come check out more. There's more to come. Don't forget to hit the like button. And a special shout out and thank you to my friend Justin Paul. Abstract in the Sky. His album is available for download in the description if you follow the link.